William Hopper, a hugely influential figure in classic Hollywood, made a profound impact on pop culture that's still felt today. Known best for his unforgettable role as Paul Drake on Perry Mason and for other memorable appearances in films like Rebel Without a Cause, Hopper's legacy continues to fascinate and intrigue fans. Although he left us 50 years ago, there are still widely unknown facts and some hidden details of his life waiting to be explored. Join us as we unravel the untold stories of William Hopper's life and career. Facts First presents, he died 50 years ago, but these William Hopper facts are still unknown. Family ties. William Hopper was born to Wolfe Hopper and notorious Hollywood gossip columnist Hedda Hopper. His mother's status as a well-known figure in Hollywood gave young William unique insights into the world of entertainment, but also added pressure to follow in his family's footsteps. His relationship with his mother was complex and shaped his life and career choices. Personal life. William Hopper married his wife Jane Gilbert in 1936, and together they had a daughter Joan. Though his relationship with his family was mostly private, friends and colleagues often spoke of a warm and loving home life. A diverse filmography. Hopper's acting career spanned many genres and included roles in numerous films like The Bad Seed, where he portrayed the tormented father, and 20 Million Miles to Earth, a science fiction adventure. Recognition and awards. Though William Hopper didn't win any major acting awards, his work in both film and television was highly respected within the industry. His portrayal of Paul Drake in Perry Mason made him a recognizable face on television. Critics often praised his ability to provide depth and sincerity to the characters he played. Reflections and interviews. Throughout his career, Hopper often expressed mixed feelings about acting. In interviews, he would talk about the pressures of living up to family expectations and the challenges of being constantly in the public eye. These candid reflections provide a glimpse into the mind of a man who was both talented and conflicted about his place in the entertainment industry. Screen test surprise. William Hopper had his eyes firmly set on the main character when he auditioned for Perry Mason. He aimed for the lead role, actually going through a screen test opposite Ray Collins as Lieutenant Tragg, which can be viewed elsewhere on YouTube. Despite his strong desires to land the lead role, destiny had other plans, as the part of Perry ultimately went to Raymond Burr. Hopper was then cast as the private investigator Paul Drake, a role that earned him an Emmy nomination for Best Supporting Actor, continuing character, in a dramatic series in 1959. Service in the Navy. Hopper's patriotism drove him to serve in the U.S. Navy during the Second World War. He initially joined the Coast Guard before volunteering with the Office of Strategic Services, OSS. His skills led him to the Underwater Demolition Team, UDT, specializing in reconnaissance and maritime sabotage. In the South Pacific, his group took part in various vital amphibious operations, including missions in Ulithi, Peleliu, Anguar, Lingayen Gulf, and the Battle of Leyte. Hopper even set an unintentional record for being underwater. His courageous actions during the war earned him several awards, including the Bronze Star with Valor. Struggles and triumph. According to Hedda Hopper's 1962 book The Whole Truth and Nothing But, William faced immense challenges after returning to war as a valorous soldier. Despite his many achievements as an actor, no one from the motion picture industry offered him a job. He sold cars for madman months until he realized his true calling and landed a part with Bill Wellman in The High and the Mighty, where he asked Wellman to keep his family connections a secret. Connections with Humphrey Bogart. Surprisingly, William Hopper appeared in 9 films with Humphrey Bogart, albeit mostly in bit and/or uncredited parts. The features include classics like The Maltese Falcon and Action in the North Atlantic. Family ties in Hollywood. Beyond his famous mother and father, Hopper's family connections extended even further into the world of acting. He was the brother-in-law of actress Margaret Lindsay, further embedding him with Hollywood's network of relationships. Return to stardom. Hopper's re-entry into acting after the war brought him not only more film roles but also continued success. His performance in Rebel Without a Cause in 1955, where he played the emotionally distant father of Judy, is particularly notable. Other roles followed, including appearances in Track of the Cat in 1954 and Goodbye, My Lady in 1956. Collaborations with stars. Beyond Humphrey Bogart and his famous sister, Hopper's film connections extended to stars like Raymond Burr and Natalie Wood. Before Perry Mason, both he and Burr acted opposite Wood in different films. Hopper portrayed Wood's father in Rebel Without a Cause, while Burr played a captivating role in A Cry in the Night. Sci-Fi and other roles. Beyond his well-known parts, Hopper's filmography included standout roles in The Bad Seed and in science fiction hits like The Deadly Mantis and 20 Million Miles to Earth. He even appeared in Conquest of Space in 1955, alongside future TV stars Eric Fleming and Ross Martin. Retirement. William Hopper's acting career ended after Perry Mason concluded its run, although he did have an unbilled part as a judge in Myra Breckinridge in 1970. Sadly, he passed away that same year, succumbing to pneumonia after a stroke at age 55. Hopper's enduring legacy. William Hopper's legacy in Hollywood is a gentle echo that continues to resonate as the years continue to unfold. It's a reflection of a man who seamlessly blended into his roles, leaving an unforgettable mark without ever overshadowing others. Known to many as the steadfast Paul Drake in Perry Mason, Hopper's tireless dedication to his craft and unique career trajectory inspires actors who seek to carve out their own paths. His death on March 6, 1970, was met with sincere tributes from Hollywood's elite. Raymond Burr, his co-star in Perry Mason, remarked, quote, "Bill's contribution to the success of Perry Mason was immeasurable, and working with him was a sheer delight." Others who acted alongside him, such as James Dean's co-star in Rebel Without a Cause, Natalie Wood, remembered Hopper's ability to guide without imposing and appreciated his support in the intense world of filmmaking. Hopper's surprising collaborations with Humphrey Bogart and his storied military service added layers of richness and complexity to his persona that were both fascinating and mysterious. Hollywood's reaction of his passing was akin to losing a respected craftsman, someone whose work was admired for its subtlety and integrity. His legacy is not only preserved in his fabulous body of work, but also in the lives he touched. Actors seeking to balance fame with authenticity often look to Hopper's example. The words of fellow actor Alan Alda perhaps best encapsulate Hopper's impact. Quote, "William Hopper's ability to be present in a scene without demanding the spotlight is an art form in itself. He showed us one can shine without the blinding glare." While he might not have sought the limelight, Hopper's nuanced performances continue to influence generations of actors. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of William Hopper? Let us know in the comments section below.